breaking, Kim Jong just pulled out of hiding hole after killing U.S. captive, meets worst nightmare. It's been 48 hours since 22-year-old American college student, Otto Warmbier, died after being released from a North Korean prison in a vegetative state. He had originally been sentenced to 5 years hard labor in the communist country after he was accused of stealing a propaganda poster from a hotel lobby while on vacation there. North Korean leader Kim Jong-un immediately went into hiding, knowing that retribution from America was imminent under President Donald Trump. After trying to tough-talk the commander-in-chief from his hiding hole, he was just pulled out and met with his worst nightmare. What happened in the prison that led to Warmbier's coma stayed in the cell, despite the country's leader claiming the college student fell ill and into a coma from tainted meat he was accidentally served. Many feel that Warmbier was brutally beaten and tortured as part of his hard labor, which ultimately led to his death and his blood on Kim Jong-un's hands. His actual cause of death may not ever be known since the student's parents declined an autopsy for their young son, NBC News reported. However, Trump's not taking any chances and seeking justice for this murdered American citizen. Fearing that he would soon be receiving an Osama bin Laden-style assassination soon, the little dictator went into hiding and thought he would never be found. Express reports. North Korea's Kim Jong-un has gone into hiding over fears of a strike from the U.S. decapitation squad after the death of American student Otto Warmbier. The 22-year-old's grieving family have blamed his death on torturous mistreatment at the hands of the dictator's vicious regime during his 17-month detention in the hermit state. He's been safe but nervous in his hideout for a couple of days, knowing who was hunting him down and that President Trump doesn't mess around like Barack Obama would, who allowed this to happen to Otto Warmbier in the first place. In that time, he talked tough to Trump, tried to maintain his facade as a powerful dictator. He threatened to mercilessly annihilate the United States in a retaliatory strike after saying that Trump had provoked war with his country with his response to Warmbier's death. According to Express. Trump didn't back down to this puffed-up little dictator, sending military North Korea as an additional show of force and clear message about just how serious he is. Our president isn't really the sanctions kind of leader when it comes to solving problems. Kim quickly realized this and that the only way he was getting out of hiding was probably dead if he didn't do something quick. The pressure seems to have pulled him out his hiding hole and waving a white flag, so to speak, with what he's begging Trump for now. For the first time, we're seeing what not having a passive president can accomplish, as it now seems that some kind of diplomacy has been reached. Zero Hedge reports. According to Yonhap, North Korea's top envoy to India on Wednesday offered a conditional moratorium, that is halt, on his country's nuclear and missile tests in what was said to be an apparent bid to hold talks with the United States. While the North Korean offer is conditional, its demands are hardly outrageous. North Korea Ambassador to India Kai Chun-yong said Pyongyang is willing to talk in terms of freezing its nuclear and missile tests under certain circumstances. If our demands is met, we can negotiate in terms of the moratorium of such as weapons testing, Kai said in English in an interview posted on the website of India's television station WION. He suggested that one of the key demands is the halt of the U.S. joint military drills with South Korea, which Pyongyang denounced as a rehearsal for invasion. Seoul and Washington say their annual exercises are defensive in nature. With the U.S. considering scaling back our military exercises in North Korea in exchange for them halting all nuclear testing, which we've been trying to get them to do for years, this could be the first time a moratorium has been reached in over 5 years. In February 2012, North Korea agreed to temporarily put a moratorium on missile and nuclear tests and freeze its uranium enrichment facilities in exchange for 240,000 tons of food aid from the U.S., Zero Hedge reported. But the deal unraveled 2 months later as North Korea made an unsuccessful attempt to launch what it claims was a rocket to put an Earth observation satellite into orbit. Liberal underestimated Trump's ability to lead and work with other countries to achieve deals crucial to America's safety. We're seeing just how wrong their assumptions were, yet again, with this monumental move. Barack Obama had years to get Otto Warmbier out of captivity and failed to do so, despite his claim that it was a priority. He came out in a coma and died because of it, and now President Trump is cleaning up the rest of his destructive mess.